Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 150 here on season 1. And today we are talking about what is Smart Save on Stash. Anyways, this question comes from one of the subscribers. His name is Christopher Michaels, and he asks, do you know what Stash's new program Smart Save is? Yes, I have a little bit of experience using it, so I'll go ahead and talk about it real quick. But anyways, if you just look on the phone real quick, Smart Save is going to be, right under the portfolio. It's going to be right there. You can turn it on, click there. And it already looks like I already Smart Saved $1.15 on October. Right now, I don't currently have it on, but it looks like you can, adjust the settings and all that kind of cool stuff. View transfer history, make a withdrawal, turn it on, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So anyways, what is it? Basically, Smart Save is what happens is Stash analyzes your bank account and tries to find extra places where you can stash money. So where they can transfer money from your bank account over to Stash, and that way it can be invested into the stock market or into ETFs, which is investing in the stock market. This is done by them analyzing outgoing payments such as car insurance, rent, groceries, buying Starbucks or whatever. So it tracks more of your patterns on how you spend your money. So if you're typically going out on Friday and Saturday night, it's going to be like, okay, then we can't take money. That money has already been allocated to go towards something. So in essence, it enlists an algorithm that goes, this is what they typically do. So here's where the leftover money is. And then we're going to go ahead and pull that, and so that way they can invest it. And they also, one of their other things is that they won't pull money out of an account that's like a low account. Whatever that actually means, I have no clue, but it just means that they won't pull money out of an account, and if it's low, I assume that it probably means less than probably $1,000 or something around there. Then it also analyzes your ingoing or your regular deposits into your bank account, such as like Paychecks would be probably most of what gets deposited in there regularly. It's going to be like, okay, so they get their paycheck. Typically, that's where that paycheck goes. And then there's a little bit left over. And what do they do with that? And then next paycheck hits, what do they do with that? And so over the course of a month, okay, well, we can pull out $5 extra than what they actually thought that we could pull, than what they had originally like assessed, and being like, so if you were depositing like $40 a week, and you're like, well, and you use Smart Save, they might be able to find a little bit of extra, like an extra $5, $10, whatever it may be. On my account, I only used it for about a week, and they were able to pull out $1.13. But I don't currently use this because our account, because we own our own businesses, is not, how do you say, like stable in that sort of like we get paychecks every 2 weeks and that kind of thing. And so I don't use it because there's not necessarily like a lot of outgoing fees that are necessarily happen. Like we have to buy stuff for the business, and then also ingoing and that kind of stuff is kind of complicated. So I don't use it anymore, but I could definitely see myself using it if I was working the 9 to 5 and had a steady income and was had steady expenses and all that kind of stuff. Also, I like having a lot of control over the actual money that I'm depositing, where it's not really like a set, like, okay, it's going to be around this much a month. Like, I have no clue. And so it's kind of like frustrating, because I'm like, well, like it's a lot of giving up control and being like, well, this program might know better than what I know about my own account. And so I would rather keep the ball in my court instead of leaving it to a computer to decide where the money can be found. But that's not to say that there aren't positives in regards to Smart Save. I could definitely see the Smart Save app or Smart Save like part of Stash being used for someone who is making those regular deposits, making those auto stashes or whatever, and they're like, well, I'm making auto stashes into these 2 or 3, 4, 5 different ETFs, but I would like to have some extra money to maybe go look at different ETFs and invest in those. And so maybe you would turn that on and be like, well, I'm getting an extra $5 a month to buy different ETFs that I would like to try out, but these are like my 5 core ones that are auto stashed, and then these other ones are going to be like Smart Save, and whenever I have money, like I can buy into those kind of thing. Also, I could see it for another person who has for like a beginner person who has no clue how to like audit their account and be like, well, like where can I actually, like, can I make a $10 deposit? Well, I don't know. I'm not actually good with my money or anything like that. And then turning on Smart Save and to where Stash is now pulling that money out and being like, okay, well, we can pull out $10 a month this month. Maybe next month we only pull out 8, and then the next month after that we pull out 15 or whatever. And so it would be great for a beginner who doesn't really understand like making monthly deposits. And so it's kind of a way for them to make deposits without actually having to turn it on, or without having to like make the deposit themselves or set up an auto stash or anything like that. The nice thing about Smart Save also is that you can turn down the amount. So you can increase and decrease the amount, and kind of give it feedback on exactly like, oh, you know what, this month that was way too high. I don't want to deposit $50 in there. I would like to deposit half. So you can press the minus button on there and turn it down a little bit. And then if the next month is still around that, turn it down even more, and so on and so forth until you get it to that like perfect amount. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so that's pretty much it on the Smart Save app. If I had to like kind of like compare it to another similar type of style of investing, I would compare it to the roundups that are on Acorns. However, with the roundups on Acorns, it's pretty obvious. Like if I spend $1.50, they're going to pull 50 cents out of my account. Where on Stash, it seems like they use a lot more analysis and thought to go into your actual account and be like, okay, like we maybe just can't pull roundups out of that, but we can definitely invest particular, like we can definitely pull out $1 this week and then $2 next week, and then the next week after that will be 50 cents or whatever. So I think that it's really actually a good idea if you're only on Stash. However, I use roundups on Acorns, and like I said, I like to keep my money pretty standard, and it seems like Stash Save or Smart Save has a lot of unknown factors for me and on how much is actually going to get withdrawn out of the account. So I wish that there was just a little bit more transparency with that. But anyways, let's go ahead and wrap that up. Let's go ahead and dive into the question of the day, which is, what is the strongest force in the universe? And this is an obvious question, an obvious answer. The strongest force in the universe is compound interest. It's called the snowball effect. Stuff just keeps on rolling, gets bigger, rolls more, faster, bigger, faster, stronger, bigger, faster, stronger, bigger, faster, stronger. Boom. Next thing you know, it's unstoppable. So that's the strongest force in the universe. Maybe second to gravity, which keeps us here on Earth. Anyways, if you guys have any questions regarding Stash, Acorns, or Robinhood, as well as general investing advice, business, Etsy, or coaching, feel free to post those questions down below, and I will try my best to get them on the next episode. Right now, I'm a couple of days behind, so I'm still like coming out with daily videos, and how many questions you guys have been posting has been awesome because it definitely helps me generate content, so thank you very much. And until next time, don't forget to subscribe up here and check out my worst investment on Stash, and then check out this other video right here. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it.